Very good morning to you guys. My name is Penina Wachera and welcome to the Younib Breakfast Show here at Younib TV. So today najua kidogo mlikuwa mnagoja kusikia Karo. I have also Karo, but unfortunately she's not here with us, but we hope that the next show atakuwa in attendance, ndio? But anyway, today my morning is doing great. Like I'm really enjoying my morning. I don't know about you. Please let us know through our social media platform, Younib_TV on Instagram, Younib Media TV on Facebook, and also on our YouTube. Kama hoja subscribe, please go there. Karo nasemanga it's always free, so why not, sindio? And you can also watch what we do and other topics, other conversations that we have spoken about. And itawajenga kabisa, sindio? But without any further ado, let's go straight to the morning bite of the day. So guys, as you've seen from the morning bite of the day, today we're talking about film work. Najua in Kenya, kwanza mostly in Kenya, because most of us tumesikia about filming in Kenya, and we really have amazing films from members ama watu wa Kenya. And today we'll be having a guest. Sijui nimwite guest, sijui nimwite panelist, because anyway, niko too confused. But anyway, please introduce yourself.
Hello, good morning. My name is Joena Muriithi. Currently, I'm a student waiting to graduate. And yes, that's pretty much it.
That's pretty much what she does. But what do you do?
On my free time, what I love to do is theater. I've been doing theater all through university up until now. Yes.
So guys, nimewaletea mse mwenye anajua Kenya tunaongelelea. So we'll go straight to the conversation of the day. Remember, you can always interact with us. So let's continue this conversation, sindio? So Joena, yes, please feel at home hapa kwenye Younib Breakfast Show, and I hope by the asubuhi yako imekuwa fiti.
Yes, it's been fine. It's been great. Yeah, the weather is nice. I can't complain.
You can't complain.
Except the economy. The economy seems good, but otherwise everything is okay.
Yeah, please, tunaomba tujenge nchi yetu, sindio?
Yes.
So going to the discussion of the day. So what do you do? You said you do theater.
Yes.
So tuanze hapo, how did you get to the journey of theater?
Well, my journey in theater started back when I was a kid. I think siwezi kumbuka how old I was, but it started in church. I started acting when I was in Sunday school. We used to do plays in church during special days, special events. Tungeandikiwa script na mwalimu wa Sunday school. Alafu we act it out in church, and I think that built my confidence to be able to perform in front of people. After that, I joined high school and I continued with theater. I joined the drama club. All through those 4 years, I was in drama, performing in different schools. And then after high school, I joined university, where I joined the drama club and also an independent theater group called Mirage Theatrics. And that's where I currently am.
Wow. Umesema kuhusu Sunday school, and I remember baby, I could be an actress, you know. When I was small, nakumbuka nikiwa mbuzi, when we were acting during Christmas, you know, kulikuanga na hizo za Christmas, so yes, I was one of the mbuzi, but I think sikuweza kupata kukua married because in one or another, I'm not an actress, but thank God we still make it to the screen in any way. Yes. So let's talk about theaters in Kenya. So what do you think about the Kenyan industry when it comes to theater?
I think the Kenyan industry has been shadowed by a lot of, how can I say this, negative connotations that watu wa theater, they are hungry, we are desperate, hatunanga do, ama theater hailipi. That's what most people think when it comes to theater. They think that they'd rather, even if a parent like wants to advise a child on a career to choose, most probably they wouldn't pick theater. They want something secure. So in Kenya, theater and acting in general is considered very insecure. Yes, that's what I can say.
I've heard you mentioning about our parents.
Yes.
Let's talk about your own parents kwanza. Kama wame accept that unafanya theater ama they're still like, okay, you need to get something else to do.
My parents are so supportive. They're the most supportive people I've ever met. They are so nice, especially my mom. Actually, nikiwa high school when I was in Form 4, nilikuwa like I shouldn't join drama, nafaa kukaa class ni focus. But then my mom told me, nakumbuka sana tukirudi juu drama ilikuanga first term. Nakumbuka nikirudi shule mama wangu aliniambia make sure umejoin drama kwa sababu you never know where God atapitia. You know, you may not be good in math. I was not good in math. You may not be perfect in class, but God anapitianga njia zingine. And they have always known that I love theater. She has always been so happy to hear that I'm doing something that I'm passionate about. And up to today, she still supports it.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow. Sijui nitume a vote of thanks to you, ma'am, in person, because honestly, having to see parents who are advising you to do what you're passionate about, and it's hard by the way, because in this African country, unasikianga tu wewe concentrate na masomo, and having them to hold your hand, mostly kwanza hata form 4. Form 4 ndo naambiwa manze vitabu, it's vitabu all the way, sindio?
Yes.
So we thank them actually, and we hope that other parents will also get to learn how to support their own children to get to their potential, ama kenye tu wanapenda, their passions, sindio? Because as you said, you never know where your blessings will come from. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, wazazi, please let's support our own children. Hata akiwa na passion ya kupika akiwa mdogo, allow them to cook. Hata kama atakupikia vitu zenye only that makes sense, but try and motivate them.
And I wish also, sorry for interrupting you, but I wish the Kenyan educational system supported that like fully, like tapping what a child likes or what they see they have an interest in, and nurturing that from the point that they join school. Let's say it's basketball or film or cooking or aviation, like touching that and making it a big deal, and not just something like hiyo ni kupastime ama hiyo ni kuharibu wakati. I wish the Kenyan educational system would do that.
Will do that. We hope itafikia the CS of education, and we make a change right from here. Anyway, I heard when you were saying that people think that theater doesn't pay. Let's talk about theater and payment.
In theater, if you take a keen listen at a lot of stories, maybe actors that have already made it on the big screen, they started in theater. Places like KNT and others. And ukisikiza vizuri, you will hear that they had to volunteer for so long. Wengine wanasema it was just many artists in theater wanaanzanga because of passion. And if it was not for passion, they wouldn't be doing it, because it does many times there is no pay, especially at the startup. Na many times the pay is very less. Wanafinyiliwa sana na people who are in charge in Kenya, at least. Yeah.
So how can we do, or what can be done for people who are theater upcoming? Is there a way that you can be able to support these upcoming people instead ya kusema lazima ni finyilike, ni volunteer, nifanye hizi vitu ndio one day at least nikiwa bado na nimeweza kuvumilia ndio nitapata pesa?
I think it starts with the viewers, the listeners, the Kenyans themselves. It starts with them supporting local talent, because we find that in Kenya the market for film is mostly Hollywood and foreign film and movies. And so, like, the market for locally made film is not that big. So it starts with our country people supporting us. And then from there we can make, like, the government can make policies which can make sure that managers and producers and agencies and talent agents hawafinyili wasanii. Like, there needs to be policies and acts to ensure that. Yes, that's
So-
what I think could work.
Okay. It's interesting because najua somebody maybe at home is wondering, okay, so theater, how am I even supposed to go? Nitajua aje kwanza in the first place there's something that is happening in the theater. So how do you guys market yourself, and how can even people like get to understand kuna kuwa na vitu theater and they need to just come in and support the talent?
I think theatre mostly, because it revolves around media, we utilize social media a lot. You can go to Instagram, you can search up these theatre houses, they will tell you screening dates, kama kuna any theatres or something that is coming up. Yes, I think that's how they market themselves.
Awesome. So guys, if you can, najua mnapenda social media, so you can just go search for theaters. Is there specifically wanaenda to National Theatre?
Kuna nyingi sana, but like KNT is the most famous one, and it's just in Nairobi, so it's easily accessible and it's not that expensive. Yes.
What wanalipanga just in it?
It depends on what is being put on the show.
So guys, let's show some love to these people so that we can be able to have them enjoy. Wasiseme tu wanashinda tu volunteering hadi let's go and make it, sindio? So now I want to take this discussion in another way, sindio? We have seen that we have CS who people are saying that anafanya kazi.
Yes.
Wako, what is your take about about him kwanza vile alikalia kiti? Do you see the changes kwanza?
I see so many changes. Like Ababuna Mambo, I think, is the best CS of sports that we have ever had, because last year at around October we had the Kupa Drama Festivals, Kenya University Performing Arts and Film Association, where he was the guest speaker, and he talked about art, and he also he helped us get funding from the government. Now Kupa is recognized by the government and we are getting funding, and it's enabling university students fulfill their dreams in theatre and acting as well. So I think from the word go, he's been of so much help to this industry.
Awesome. And recently, Honorable Ababuna Mwamba signed a Hollywood contract. I think it's Hollywood contract to develop the deals in Kenya. Do you think it's a good idea, or do you think it's also it's a good idea, but it may shade our own creatives?
I think it's a very good idea, because in the past, way back in the past, we didn't have many filmmakers coming to Kenya because of the prices, and also they were being bullied because of kuingiza filming equipment into the country, and they were being very highly taxed. And so these filmmakers, very big movie giants from Hollywood, used to take their talent and their money in other countries like Nigeria and South Africa. But here in Kenya, we have so many nice landscapes, and it's a beautiful country for filmmaking. But now this deal with Hollywood, it's going to do so much for artists here. Hao watu wakikuja kuactia hapa pia itapea so many young talents a chance, maybe to even be extras or take part in that filmmaking process. And it's also going to help filmmakers here be able to sell their products in outside markets. Yes,
that's awesome. And it's something good actually that, as you said, it's something that is really helping the youth, because I feel like Honorable Babuna Mwamba, it's atantrista kidogo tu kananichanganya, but anyway, he's doing a lot for the young talents, and it's good to see now people are now becoming outstanding when it comes to this side, because most people are believing it's education all the way. And it's important to understand that even our own talents can pay. It can make money for somebody. It can really even be a livelihood for someone. So let's continue thinking about it, right? So let's continue this conversation. Do you think that our country, when it comes to the industry of film and theatre, do you think we have a lot of hope?
I think there's a lot of hope. There's so much hope, especially things are changing now. We can see new faces are being introduced into the film industry. Industry inaanza kupea young talents a chance to showcase their talent. So I think there is hope. I think also that there are so many films that have gone international from Kenya. And so the world is learning now that there is talent in Kenya, and we can get investors from that. And there is hope in the future. kuna kapo.
Kuna kaa fiti. Kuna kaa success. Anyway, so guys, you've mentioned about our films going international, and we've seen most of our films, or some of our films, going to Netflix. Talk about that a little bit.
I think it's very nice that artists are getting that platform that they so much deserve. I think as Kenyans in this film industry, we have been waiting so long to see something of our own being appreciated by the whole world. I think it's very nice.
It's very nice. Okay, so guys, I hope you guys are learning a lot when it comes to this discussion. And I know most times, kama vile tutashinda nikisema, I think for almost half of the part of the show, it's good for us to support our own talent. And it's important actually, because it's through our talent that we can be able to have more, we make more money even compared to people who go to offices on a daily. So guys, let's support each other, let's support everybody's dream when it comes to talents. Let's ensure that pia sisi ndo tuna raise their voice. If unaona mse ako na passion na talent yake na anakatu ameilalisha, unafaa kumpush so that they can be able to at least have faith, have the courage that anyway I can do this, but before to endelea na conversation, I want us to take a short break and we'll be back with more.
Nikusaidiaje?
Nimeambiwa nilete dawa. Usome.
Unaletea nani sasa? Mimi daktari.
Sasa utanisaidia.
Hebu hatuna madawa hapa. Unajui serikali haina pesa. Chukua hii karatasi umenipea, hebu shika. Shika. Peleka huko kwa pharmacist, tutasaidiwa huko. Why are you still here? Kuna kitu kingine nikusaidia nayo? Hebu, by the way, labda tuko contagious. Hebu ende huko.
Unajua, ameniambia unafaa kunipea hizi dawa. Actually nimeambiwa sifai kununua.
Nani amekwambia? Sasa yeye na mimi nani yako hapa?
Ni wewe.
Alafu
pole madam.
Haya, enda, bye. Twingine stress tu.
Welcome back guys, this is still the Younib Media. Najua umeshangaa for a minute. We were in our element. Leo nimekuwa actress my guys. Hey, how did I do? Anyway, please let us know through our social media platform. As we are talking about today, we are talking about theater, and it's never a dull moment here at Younib Media. So let's when you wake up, si kila time unafaa kuwa serious, unagongana hadi na all the things unapatana nayo kuanzia asubuhi juu umekasirika. It's good to smile. So smile at your friend today and just laugh. And leo hata unaweza cheka for no good reason na kuambia ni mwenda wazimu, but you know it's for you to create your own happiness from within. Sindio? Mtu asikuja aribia siku. So anyway, so today we are talking about theater and I am joined by Joena, who is also a theater person. I think I got that right. Yeah, a theater person, and she's here to inform us more on issues or matters concerning theatre. So, before the break, we were talking about how our films have been able to get the opportunity to be in Netflix, and which is a very good thing. But also, I have a question now. Most people, I heard that most people in the industry, Netflix will pay less compared to what it's paying other people internationally, like even in South Africa, because you know South Africa is an African country, yes, but they tend to pay more compared to other African countries. So let's talk about that.
Yes, I've also come across that story where, let's say Netflix is investing in a project in Kenya. They will pay artists and the people involved in that film project less than they pay the people in the US or South Africa. And I think that then goes back to what I was saying earlier. Personally, I think it's because sisi wenyewe we don't support our own artists, and also our artists wamefinyiliwa na agencies and the government, such that pia wao wakiona hivyo maybe they are tempted to take advantage, because at the end of the day this is just business, and anywhere they can minimize spending and maximize profits, they will take that opportunity. True. Even me, if I was put in that position, I would do the same. So I think they take advantage of the fact that we don't have a broad market for our products, for our films, and also agencies and the government maybe wanafinyilia artists and filmmakers. So yes.
Awesome. So I hope now we've been able to understand. So do you think that if we as the Kenyan industry to decide manze tunakaa ngumu, we want you guys to pay us the way you pay other people, do you think we will get the money?
I think we would, because we are talented and there's so much rich untold stories in Kenya. Like there are stories that have never been heard before, and they are like so many creative minds and script writers, such that I think if artists were simame and they have the government backing them up, I think these international filmmakers will definitely serve us right and pay people what they deserve.
Pay our dues,
yes.
Anyway, you've mentioned about international, and I just have something to ask about our ethics. Do you think our ethics here as Africans, mostly as Kenyans to be specific, do inafanya tusipate more opportunities when it comes to the international films?
100%. I think that we have been so much restricted by our ethics boards that restrict their creativity. And that's not right, because it doesn't make sense how we are being restricted to make certain films or talk about certain things, but we are consuming them from international media.
Yeah.
I mean, if they are going to restrict us from making them, then they should also restrict us from consuming international ones, because those ones who are international or from South Africa or wherever, they are getting money from our views, but us, we are not allowed to make such films or talk about a certain agenda. And I think that the ethics board should reconsider, because hinder so much creativity and so much, we are losing billions, because the film industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry, and we are losing so much because tumefinyiliwa sana na the ethics board.
So they need to reconsider when it comes to ethics. And what do you think? Do you think also maybe how in their own perspective, or maybe people in their own perspective wanasema we need to have this ethics so that we can stand out from people? Do you think it's something that it's reasonable?
Honestly, personally, I don't. I don't even see how we are standing out from people, because we are not recognized. Our films, I think tumerestrictiwa sana hadi the type of film that we make is so predictable. The script is almost the same. Rich boy, poor girl, they meet, they fall in love. It's always the same story. But it's not that we are not creative enough. It's just that our ideas have been restricted, and people want to express their ideas, but then again wanaogopa ethics board and being penalized. Okay.
Yeah, so thank you so much, and we hope that our people may be able to reconsider that and maybe check on that, on the code of ethics, right? So najua when it comes to theatre there are a lot of challenges, but what wanasemanga we start with the good and end with the bad, but I feel like let's start with the challenges so that we can finish up with the good, sindio?
Yes.
So what are the challenges that a theatre person goes through?
Challenges ni mingi. First of all, kuna like the challenge of most of the times, many times you might be denied an opportunity because there's a much more famous person to do it, although pia where you have talent, but unaweza nyimwa that opportunity because there is a bigger name than yours that atapewa hiyo role. Kuna also challenges like insecurity, equipment and costumes, and also the insecurity of the artists themselves.
Like hapo kwa insecurity, actually it has struck a nerve somewhere, because I remember going through social media and there was this incident that happened. I don't know whether it was Kibera, I'm not sure, but I think it was Kibera, where the actors and the filmmakers were assaulted actually, and the equipment was stolen.
Yes.
And they were crying out for rights or something that can be able to govern them, or a law that can be able to protect them actually, and make actors get more benefits when it comes to this. Because imagine if somebody, and more security. Yes. Imagine if somebody will have lost their life that time, and they will be told anyway it's not insured or there's no protection against it. So I feel like it's an insecurity, like it's really something that needs to be protected, and it's a challenge that really needs to be looked about. But you were saying something, so
yes, to add on that, your point, I think that also the serikali pia inafaa kuwa very supportive. Unaweza pata labda watu wanaenda kufilm outside, maybe in an environment somewhere. I think it would be nice if the local area chief could provide a few askaris to kind of protect or stand there with these people and protect their equipment, because these equipments cost millions of Kenyan shillings. So it will be nice kama wanaenda place wanaprovidiwa na security by the government. Yes. So on challenges, another challenge is the negative connotations about artists, as I had said earlier. We live in the morals and the culture that we have in Kenya. Maybe actors and actresses are considered very, like, how do I put this in a nice way? Can I say loose people? Wanakonsideriwa ni watu wanapenda raha, ama they would do anything for fame. They would maybe go naked on film. So I've even had, like, there's this common thing that I would like to shut down. Tukiwa university, everyone who is not in theatre wanajuanga watu wa drama, watu wa theatre ni watu wanapenda kuwa na sexual interactions amongst themselves. You need to sleep with the director before you join. You need to sleep with the producer, vitu kama hizo. And it's not true. This is work as usual. The same way someone is going to the bank to be an accountant, the same way someone is going to the market to be whatever, is the same way we are going on set or on stage to be artists. And it doesn't always revolve around sexual interactions. So
it's a myth. Guys, we need to cancel that.
It's a huge myth.
We need to cancel it.
Yes.
So what is another challenge?
Another challenge is lack of funds. That's like I think that's the biggest challenge affecting film in Kenya. It's very expensive to make a good movie, to hire professionals, and so like many people are not willing to invest $5 million shillings on a good film. Pia unaweza invest ikunywe maji juu hakuna market. So lack of funds is like the hugest problem.
And I'm curious actually, how do you get funds? Like for example, if I am doing a pre-recorded film, definitely siwezi kwa lazima ni produce the film so that I can now sell the film. And maybe I want to, or I'm a youth out there and I want to sell this, but it's something that needs, the idea is there. I don't have the equipment, I don't have even the money to finance it, but I need it, and honestly it can be something that
can be done.
That can be done. So how do people get money from that?
From the experience I have, producers of film wanna come up na a very good script and a proposal, and then they present it to agencies or big media houses such as Mnet, Maisha Magic, people who can invest on that project. And then if it gets approved, they offer funding for everything. They cover everything. And so it's up to the producers to see through the film and make sure that there is utilization of those funds that has been accorded to them. Yes.
So guys, if you are wondering how do these people make money, or how is money made when it comes to film work, that is mshapewa, mshaambiwa, sindio? Do you know of any other challenge?
Another challenge that artists face is rehearsal space na kutafuta place ya ku-act. Sometimes obviously hawa ni watu wana come up, they can't afford to pay for a rehearsal space, so they have to like look for a place where they can rehearse. Maybe social halls saa zingine hazikuangi readily available, they have to book earlier. So looking for a place to rehearse and also looking for props and equipments to use is also a huge problem, because then again hawa ni watu wameanza tu. So looking for this, they have to look for their own costumes. We have done that so many times. Personally, where I am, we look for our own costumes because maybe the school cannot provide. So if you're not passionate, again, it may be a huge setback. No one end up leaving the whole thing alone because it's a challenge.
Yes. Okay, so I know you just have a challenge, but I will throw it in. Most times, unapatanga you guys after you're acting, tumeona to a lot of actors. Kama aki-act ka villain, people will always say they are villains. And if you act like a good person, even though in person you're not a good person, people will take you as a very good person.
Yes.
So how has it been your interaction when it comes to such?
Personally, I take it very well. Kwa sababu if that person relate to the character you played, it means you did an amazing job. It means you performed it to your level best. But many artists might not take it that well, because maybe when it endangers their life and they find themselves receiving threats because they played a villain in a certain film. Yeah, so I think people also, the audience needs to be a little bit educated and understand that these roles and these characters that you see on TV, that's not the real them. Wako job too, like everyone else, and they have their own character and their own who they really are. Yes.
So okay, yes, that aside, but when you're given a script, you know, if for example you have been practicing a script, for example you have been told to act as a villain, right? And when you're practicing, you know, we were told when you do something over and over and over again, it tends to become your character. So how do you differentiate yourself? Like you tell yourself, this is work. I am a villain at work, and now I'm normal. I'm a normal person normally. How do you distinguish between the workspace and you as yourself?
Okay, personally, what I do when I get to the rehearsal space or where we are shooting, it's when I turn on my character. Now I've stopped being Joena. I've started being whoever I'm playing. When I leave that place and enter home, I have stopped being my character. Now I am the real me. But most people don't do that. Most artists do something we call method acting, whereby the moment they take up a role, they become that person until the day that they will finish shooting or staging that play. And sometimes, personally, I wouldn't advise that, because it may end up affecting your psychological and mental health and emotionally. And some of us can't afford therapy. So we need to create a balance, strike a balance between the two, being your real self and the character that you're playing.
Wow.
I hope that answers it.
Yeah, it definitely does. So actually, I hope you guys you've gotten to understand the challenges that these people go through. And you know, there's no work in it. It's perfect all the way. Everything in life has a challenge in one way or another. So, and I hope you guys are learning. Remember, you can interact with us through our social media platform, Younib_TV on Instagram, Younib Media TV on Facebook. And also, you can talk to us through the number on your screen, SMS or WhatsApp, 0719 144 144. Let's keep interacting. But for now, let's take this short break and we'll be back with more.
Christ. Hallelujah.
Action.
So welcome back, guys. This is still the Younib Breakfast Show with me, Penina Wachera, and I hope you guys are learning more when it comes to matters, theatre, and films. Remember, you can talk to us through our social media platform, Younib_TV on Instagram, Younib Media TV on Facebook, and the number on your screen, SMS or WhatsApp 0719 144 144. Let's continue the conversation. So before the break, tulikuwa tumeongelelea about challenges, right?
Yes.
So now I want us to go to advantages. Save the best for the last, right? They say that, yeah? So let's go to the advantages. What are the advantages that you can say a filmmaker or somebody who is passionate in art, mostly when it comes to acting and actressing? What are the advantages?
Okay, first of all, I think the number one advantage for me is you get to live a very creative life, and I think that's very important to have. It's work and play in the same environment. It's work, you're getting paid for it, but it's also like you're playing because you're living a very creative life, and it makes your life less stressful and very beautiful. And also another advantage is impacting people's lives through doing something that you're passionate about. That role that you're being given to play, or that film, is going to change someone's life. A child is going to look at it and it's going to shape who they want to be. It's going to change opinions. It's going to inform, entertain. It's going to educate. So impacting people's life through doing something you're passionate about is also a huge advantage. Another thing is so many things come from acting, such as endorsements and partnerships. You find that only act film fulani, company starts coming to you, wanataka advertise something for them. You sign partnership agreements, unakuwa ambassador wa products, vitu kama hizo. So you get money from acting, but you're not acting. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand. I hope people at home are also getting what you're saying. It's quite okay. It's me alone who is understanding here, and then they're left in the darkness. Single. Is there any other advantage?
Also, the people you meet in that space, I think they're very important. You meet all sorts of people. Other artists like you get to meet so many people, such as owners of companies and influencers. You interact with other various artists, and the good thing is, you don't work with the same people all through your career. Like Leo, or this year you'll be on a certain set with these people, and then next project will be on set with a completely different set of people. So you get to interact with so many people and meet so many new faces, and that interaction una form connections here, because you meet people from various fields.
My head, when you were talking about that, my head said, being a filmmaker is like a networking event when you go every time, because you can be able to speak to different people and have different people all around. See, that's what networking events do.
Yes.
So yeah, that's awesome. I hope sija cut off when it comes to any other advantages. Yeah? So guys, I know you guys have missed so much this episode, this segment and tunakwanga nayo ya games, and today Joena anakalia the hot seat and we want to get to understand and get to know you better, as well as to check whether you still remember your schoolwork. Najua ulisema wewe si best in maths, so sitaleta anything about maths here, okay? Yeah, we thank God. Thank God. Na chemistry pia wezani.
Yes.
But it's general knowledge question.
Okay.
Tutaanza na the light one. Should we start?
Yes, let's start.
Number 1, isi ngumu, hii ni rahisi, hii ni ya kukujua tu pekee. So before Joena leaves the house, what thing or what items, what 2 items does she have to carry?
My phone na my earphones.
So your earphones.
Yes.
Sasa zingine ukisawa tafea uko tu sawa.
Hata naweza enda nijipange tu kwa mbele, but as long as I have my phone and my earphones, I am good to go.
You're good to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus,
awesome.
we have M-Pesa, so you don't have to carry around cash.
Yeah. Awesome. Very makes sense. Awesome. Next, tunarudi shule sasa. Ulisema upendi maths. Anyway, what is xenophobia?
What?
What is xenophobia?
Xenophobia.
Xeno. Yeah, xenophobia.
Spelling?
CYNOPHOBIA. Xenophobia. It's a fear. Let me
It's a
just
fear,
say,
yeah,
it's
it's
a fear.
But a fear of what? I think xenophobia. I don't know. Maybe at any guess.
You can.
It's a fear. I would guess
Uh-huh.
a fear of the dark. Fear of the ocean.
No.
Fear of huge things, giant things.
No.
It's fear of mashimoshimo.
This is so interesting anyway. It's the fear of dogs.
Dogs.
Wow. It's the fear of dogs, you know.
Hiyo ningeulizwa ningesema labda fear of dogs inaitwaje? Ningesema dogophobia ama canine phobia.
Canine phobia. Wache kutupima akili sasa, si ndio? Giving them big names
for small things.
Anyway, next question. How many countries still have shillings as a currency?
Shillings. I don't know.
Ama nikusaidie?
Ni 3.
No, they're not 3.
Hebu nisaidie.
Nilikuwa nataka kutest question tena. Nikwambia, okay, there are 4 countries who still have shillings as a currency. Name them.
How is that easier? Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Somalia.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, na alikuwa nasema iko ngumu. I'm telling you, she's bright. She's bright over here. So no. In very, very simple. Did you do history?
Yes, I loved history.
Then this will be very easy for you. Who was the first woman to win a Nobel Prize in Kenya?
Wangari Maathai.
Definitely. Did you itakuwa tu rahisi?
Yes.
What has a head and a tail but nobody? Nobody. Sijasema nobody. Si hakuna mtu. Nobody. Haina mwili. Nobody.
A head and a tail but nobody.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't know. Hata
Director ananiambia coin.
Hapo ameibiwa. Hiyo kimeibiwa but it's right. It's a coin.
It's a coin.
Yeah, a coin has no head. It has a head, it has a tail but has no body.
What?
Okay, which is the only edible food that never goes bad?
Honey.
Yeah. Very bright person. Very bright. At least ningesema kwa hii class huyu msee angekuwa amepita. Sijui nikupea hii swali. But sijui kani maths. But si maths. But iko na maths kidogo.
Right.
What geometric shape is generally used for stop signs?
Octagon.
Wise person.
Octagon.
Amepita, yeah. It's an octagon. Amepata.
That's how we survived all through school.
Yeah, guessing. Inaitwa 844. It's the 844 system. So I want you to tell us or maybe encourage a youth out there mwenye anataka kuingia ako passionate kama wewe from akwe mdogo and I feel like whatever the industry brings in Kenya iko kind of tricky for them. So give them advice. Tell them to continue. However you can, in your own words, how can you give them advice? Utawasaidiaje?
Okay. You at home there, when unapenda ku-act, you feel like this is what you are called to do, I would like to tell you that it's possible. You can make it. For the longest time, mimi nilikuwa na feature what I wanted to be when I was being asked what do you want to be when you grow up, because I felt like acting was not it in Kenya. But I want to tell you that you can do it. What you need to do is maybe set a game plan of what you would like, where you would like to go and what you would like to achieve, and write down the steps you need to take and start working backwards from where you are and going forward, taking step by step until you can reach where you want to go. You also need to practice very much. You need to take a lot of criticism, and maybe because when the auditions and you don't get the role, that doesn't mean that you're not good enough. It's just you're good enough somewhere else or in another different role. Hawezi act roles zote at the end of the day. So keep pushing and keep doing what you love, because it's very nice waking up to do something that you're actually passionate about. Yes.
Wow. Wow. Me, I cannot even add anything there, because honestly she has summed it all, Manzi. She has summed it all. And pia sijui niwaambie pia chukueni your advice ndio muende nayo during the day, because it can really make sense if you have if you're passionate about something, even when you go to do the work.
Yes.
Unapatanga tu you have the energy for it. Even in your dull days.
Yes.
Ile siku yenye hata usiki kuamka kwenda mahali, you just find yourself going because it's something you love, something you're passionate about. Let's think about it. So today ukienda ukismailia watu, also let's think about what we are passionate about and let's do it also. Sindio? It's something that you need to carry it with you. Sindio? Joena, nataka utume salamu kwa the people you know, your family, maybe your friends. Yeah, the floor is yours.
I would like to say hi to my parents, my mom back at home, and my dad as well. Mom ni Teresia, Paul. Thank you so very much for supporting me and loving me the way I am. And to my siblings, my big brother Ian and my small sister Daina, I love you very much. And also to Mirage Theatrics at Rongo University, nawapenda sana. And yes, stay tuned to Younib TV.
Awesome. Remember, stay tuned to Younib TV because this is where you get the best of the best of the best. Anyway, najua naweza shinda nikisema, but anyway, our own shows can tell it all for you, sindio? So I want to send also a vote of thanks, maybe Pia, to the people behind the scenes, to my camera woman. It's been a ladies' affair. I don't know why I never mentioned this. It's been a ladies' affair, and I think we're doing this more often. Women power, we are empowering women for the good. Sindio? So thank you so much, Masiwaki, for being there behind the cameras, to our floor manager, ama nimwite manager, sijui kuna jina ka hiyo. But yeah, I'd like to send a vote of thanks also to Anifa Kavira for being our floor manager. Na kuna mwingine alikuwa hapo behind the scene amenyamazia, anaitwa Winnie, mnaweza mpata, acha nisiongee, nitaharibia. But anyway, thank you so much also for being in the show. So nilikuwa nasema mnaweza mpata wapi? We have a show that inaleta watu wa BTS nimesahau jina in full, but it's Korean music, Korean pop music. You can get her there. Very awesome conversations there. Mambo na Korean mtaipata hapo. So please ensure that umeenda pia watch hapo and support her as much as possible. Sindio? I think from me and my guests, we want to tell you guys have a beautiful day and have an awesome day ahead anyway. Goodbye.